Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. I'm going to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. New is in this gospel, bro. I lift up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is a quick lesson through the Spirit. I won't say quick, but this is a lesson through the Spirit. Revisiting an incident of these bridge fires and these bridge and barges or these ships that's been running into these bridges throughout several states. As we know, the one last week hit what they call in Baltimore the Francis Scott Key Bridge, which is the guy that came up with the Star Spangled Banner, but the controversial third verse going into racism. There's been several other incidents regarding these particular bridges. I know the Baltimore one in Ohio, and I believe there was a video of one in Turkey of a barge getting stuck on the channel where one of the containers got stuck and fell off the ship. Okay, I believe is like 3 or 4 bridges in total that's been sabotaged within the last week or so, which is no coincidence that these things are happening, because this article here even gets into it. It goes into the train derailments, and also goes into the processing plant fires as well, which that shows you that this devil is really up to something. In my personal opinion, I believe he's trying to manufacture famine. Okay, because when you start to disrupt, or you start to throw offline these particular areas of commerce, I say it that way, then you're gonna have what they call a need for supply and demand. Okay, when you have supply, when you have demand and no supply, then the cost for the supply will skyrocket. Okay, which things are already high as hell. You know, rent's increasing. You know, jobs are not really paying anymore. You know, fucking taxes increasing, and just the list goes on. It's just complete madness going on in the planet Earth right now, and this is all predicated to Yahweh Shai's return. I believe, like the Biden administration, I believe they came up with some type of 10% cap that they can't raise rent more than 10% at a time. But shit, 10% is still high, man. Depending on the percentage of rent you're paying. You know, they go up on rent every year, especially if you live in these apartments. Hey, they going up in rent, you know, and people are on edge about that because, you know, people can barely make ends meet. So I'm gonna play a couple of videos here. Then now we gonna go through the article, get a couple of precepts, and that'll be that. But the name of this is called "Something Very Strange is Happening to Bridges in the U.S." The third incident in 7 days, which the Francis Scott Key Bridge, bam, we've seen that. Then you got the Ohio spontaneous combustion, which I've done a lesson on both these. But it's now the Baltimore is really feeling it. It says here, it says the US 59 bridge in Sallisaw, Oklahoma, struck by a barge to the point they had to vacate and close it down because they need to know what kind of damages was being done to this to these infrastructures. As we know, bridges and roads are just a very important part it's a very important part to Esau's economy. I'll put it to you that way, because it deals with traffic, you know. So with that being said, we're gonna get a couple of videos, and then we're gonna follow the Spirit, and then we're gonna do the lesson.
Shit is getting weird. So not only did we have the Maryland Key Bridge literally collapse after being hit today by a cargo ship, there was also a massive fire underneath the Valley View Bridge in Ohio, literally 3 hours after the first bridge was knocked down. But now the George Washington Bridge is literally falling apart.
Okay, the George Washington Bridge. That's the one I couldn't think about. The George Washington Bridge. Now, when you look up America's bridges or the infrastructure, I mean, clearly it's getting a D rating. Okay, it's very poor. This is why you see crews. You know, they're tightening the boats. They're replacing particular components of these bridges because, I mean, shit, they're trash. Okay, they say a bridge bottoms out between 50 and 70 years. Most bridges in America are roughly around that old, or probably older, if they haven't done the repairs to it. And this is the same way that ancient Rome collapsed too, okay? Because first and foremost, the money was inflated. You know, then they started to devalue the currency. Then the military was spread too thin. Then also you had infighting. You had false flag attacks. And then mainly the roads, the bridges were collapsing. Same thing in the Roman Empire, which proves that this is Rome all over again. For those of you out there that may not know or think reincarnation is real, everything from people to kingdoms are brought back, man. Okay, so that's why the scriptures say that nothing is done, nothing that is new, that is under the sun. Everything that you see has been here before. Okay, just different time periods. All right, just wanted to put that out
As
there.
we speak. Now, did this just happen or was this like this? And if it's been like this, why are they letting people drive over this bridge? I believe in some coincidences, but this many coincidences going on with bridges over and over again seems really suspicious to me.
There's no such thing as a coincidence. This is intentional. Okay, this is what you call a controlled demolition, a controlled collapse. All right.
News article came out about the Valley View Bridge being spontaneous combustion. That was a head scratcher for me immediately. But this, come on. It's starting to feel like something is taking place. Like there's some structural integrity starting to be sacrificed here for a reason. What do you think?
Well, for one thing, they tell you people these stories because they know that you're going to believe them. I mean, they know this. They know that the American people are that dumb enough to say, oh, you fell down the stairs. Oh, this man slipped on a bag of chips and broke his neck and ended up in the bottom of the Calumet River or some shit. People believe that. Oh, a little boy drove his bike off a cliff and he ended up in somebody's trunk. Like, fuck. And you people believe it because you're that damn stupid. All right? This is being intentionally done by the powers to be, okay, the elites. All right, so this
second cargo ship stuck on a.
I think this is. I heard that this was in Turkey, but I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know where this is at, but it's no
bridge. Oh my God.
You see? And come on, man. You mean to tell me that you couldn't see how much shit you had on there? You know damn well that wouldn't fit under that bridge. And a lot of times when these things go through ports, they're drone through, okay? They're controlled by AI and drone, okay? Sometimes they're autopiloted to these things because it's very safety sensitive, man. Okay, these things are highly guarded, and then just somebody pulling it in there and making mishaps like this. No, this shit is being intentionally done here in America, man. So getting to the article, and it reads here, and of course they got this creep right here, because everybody knows that him and this administration, since they've come into power, there's been nothing but weird shit going on. So it says something odd is going down with America's bridges. From an outsider's perspective, it's hard not to wonder if there's a deliberate attempt to target our bridges, or if we just hit a peak in competence thanks to the DEI mindset, or maybe our infrastructure is just falling apart in the right front of us, okay? Which the infrastructure is trash, okay? I mean, I won't be surprised if bridges start collapsing on their own without this. But of course, to add insult to injury, Esau has his hand in it. But it says we've been keeping tabs on a sorry state of America's infrastructure for years, okay? You know, but it says infrastructure has been a popular case on the right since Donald Trump's presidential run began 6 years ago, and for good reason. But if Trump had started his first term with a massive bipartisan infrastructure project that includes the wall, rather than following the GOP hack Paul Ryan's tax cut agenda, the country will almost certainly be better off. It says spending money to develop America and improve the lives of citizens is much better use of the country's wealth than fighting forever wars in the Hindu Kush, or simply keeping half the country on a dole in one form or another. Well, like I said, because it's the elite's plan to do away with this corporation. Okay, you people were never the priority as far as giving you the help you need. Okay, if anything, everybody in America is slated for termination because, I mean, you're really useless eaters at the end of the day. And that's what Esau has been showing you. He don't give a damn about you. He will give more money to the Ukrainians and them rats over there in the land of Israel before he gives you a damn dime. Okay, you see that you're the ones that's paying taxes. You're funding the wars. You're funding the welfare system in Israel. You know, you're doing all these things. You're funding the migrant crisis. You're doing all this shit. And yet you still have to call for more money. You know, but it says, but there need to be a degree of realism as well. But in the country America has become, it's never as simple as just spending money on infrastructure instead of warfare and welfare, but without truly ambitious, far-reaching reforms and competent, non-corrupt leadership class to implement them. Infrastructure is either a spoil system for special interest clients or simply an expensive effort to maintain a crumbling status quo. But it says, could it be a mix of all three? But whatever it is, the 3 bridge-related incidents in just last week got a lot of Americans paying attention and asking themselves what the heck is happening. It says, naturally, the powers that are quick to tell us, look away, assuring us lightning fast that everyone or everything is fine and all just one big coincidence. And if you dare to question anything you see, you're labeled a tinfoil conspiracy freak. Okay. And that's the absolute truth because, I mean, like I said, man, you know, people, this society is too watered down. You know, these people are watered down and they don't question the obvious, but instead they prefer to go over what the news tell them or prefer to adhere to the narratives they're being told in the news, man. You know, so matter of fact, let's get this in the book of Isaiah. Isaiah, the 60th chapter, and let's go to verses 2, and it says, for darkness, or it says, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. Okay, these people are in gross darkness because the Lord have not imparted the light into them. Okay, like the Lord told us to be as until light that's shining in a dark place. That light was not given to everybody but the elect, and this is why these people are so damn dumb. You know, my thing is, I don't know why they continue to go to work and continue to give their money away, but you know, because they believe in their mindset that this place is going to miraculously heal itself. This is America. The pride in this place is ridiculous. Because they're like, well, things are bad now, but we just got to get another president in there to make things better. And this is the what they call the hamster wheel syndrome, when they continue to have you people on a pinwheel running in place because they can. And this is how they keep you asleep, because they have these candidates that come in and promise you all these things. You know, they may do a couple of good things to get you to drop your guard, and then shit go left. Then they put a asshole in there that totally destroys everything so they can get you geeked up for the person that was in there before, that's going to so-called capitalize on his promises and run the ship into the fucking river, man. And this is what we're seeing. And this is why you people ain't revolting yet, because you believe that this guy, Donald Trump, this eagle-faced demon, Nero, is going to put America back together. He can't, okay? America is through, and it will never be healed, and the Lord is getting ready to destroy it, and good riddance to this place. But it says, but the Lord shall rise upon thee, and his glory should be seen upon thee. And who is the thee? The elect, the hopeful elect, okay? Another precept here, Isaiah 25, verses 7. It says, for he would destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all the nations, man, okay? And that veil is this deception, these philosophies, and the fact that you people don't question shit. They're able to just give you any narrative and you buy it. That shows right there that you people ain't really working with common sense, man. Because anybody in their right mind, when you look in France or you go to parts of Germany and parts of Europe and just places that's not America, people are literally fighting the government because they know that the government is on some folly. Unlike you people, you know what I'm saying? You sit back and you continue to go to work every day. But what happens when they take the jobs? What happens when an economic collapse comes? And then you do nothing. Then it's too late. Now you want to fight. It's too late. You ain't got no money. You have no resources. You didn't sign all your rights away. Now, basically, you you're spoiled at this point. And it says, and he will swallow up death and victory, and the Lord Yahweh will wipe away tears from all faces, and the rebuke of his people should he take away from all the earth. For the Lord has spoken it, which we're coming into these times that the Lord is getting ready to redeem his people, his chosen people, which is the Israelites and the elect of our people, okay? The Lord's will, I'm part of that number. Now going here, it reads, it says, sadly, all we saw what happened to the bridge in Baltimore, which this is a video here. We've seen this already, but let's play it back. And clearly there's people on the bridge. You can see the cars going by. What are the chances that that happened right then and there? Wow. See?
Yeah, following
Second
some breaking
video.
news right here in our area, a large fire right near the Valley View Bridge. It's happening at the Kurtz Brothers Landscape and Supply Center in Valley View.
Yeah, News 5's Mike Holden on the scene for us all morning long. Mike, what's the latest? Any progress out there?
Guys, it's windy, it's rainy. Trent Miguel called for it right at 6 o'clock on the dot, and we're now in the middle of this as the smoke and flames continue to shoot into the sky at that Kurtz Brothers location. This is all playing out in Valley View along Canal Road, and if you look really closely, it appears emergency responders continue to move closer and closer to that large burning pile of mulch. The issue, though, as the winds kick up, that smoke just blows sideways. And I want to pan a little bit over photojournalist Dave Kraska to show the always busy 480 Valley View Bridge. In particular, if you were heading to work, maybe school this morning, the eastbound side is where you're going to get a whiff of it and you're going to say, whoa, this looks like a very serious situation. Now, it appears from our live location, you can see those cars are passing through freely. There's no issues. It looks like the flames and the smoke are far enough back that the bridge is not being threatened this morning. However, it's definitely a shock to the system, and it's making visibility very, very challenging. Now, we were just hearing moments ago that additional fire crews were being called out here to try to battle these flames. Again, this is happening at Kurtz Brothers right off of Canal. And for perspective purposes, we're actually standing live way beyond the point of where you could even see us. We're on a hill right by the Applebee's at the Vista Way Garfield Heights location, but the smoke and flames is a huge area of concern. We've been out here since roughly 4:30, 4:45 this morning, but the initial call for this came in right around 2 o'clock this morning, and crews are really working to try to contain this fire. Excavators coming at it from each and every angle. We also have additional fire crews, and if you're watching at home, if you have to get through Valley View.
Yeah, they call it spontaneous combustion. Okay, and it says, and now a barge just struck another bridge, this time in Oklahoma over the Arkansas River. And also, I believe something came out as well, some type of tide or some type of chemical spill in the Missouri River, you know, and it's killing like all the fish and stuff like that in parts of the river. So it's a lot that's going on. But it says, time in Oklahoma on the Arkansas River, where the bridge pillar and the cargo ship were damaged. It says, and again, it's purely coincidence. There's nothing to see here. Okay. So basically, let me get the video to that. But it says, but of course, they're quick to assure us that everything is just fine and we're not on any sort of attack. But at this point, it's a choice between taking an expert's word for it or trusting what you see with your own eyes. And most people are going to take the quote-unquote experts away. Because I was talking to this dumb dickhead at work. You know what I'm saying? They was like, well, what do you think about the fires? I was like, well, you know, compared to everything that's been going on with the bridges and, you know, the wildfires and the freaking the processing plants and the train derailments, it's quite frankly that something is not right. But then he was like, well, yeah, you know, they said that the barge lost power. Yeah, they're saying that, but why did it lose power? Okay, they don't just, if that thing was gonna lose, it ain't just gonna lose power right then and there. If it had some type of shortage or outage, it would have lost power fucking ages ago. Why did it wait there for it to lose power just to hit a bridge. And if you pay attention to it, if it was losing power, it wouldn't even be able to make a sharp turn like that. Okay, that it turned right into the damn bridge. Okay, those things are automatically piloted, so to speak, sometimes when it's coming into a channel like that. They can man it in, okay, wirelessly or what do you call it? Like a pilot, autopilot, man. Okay, those things are heavily guarded. Peep this.
Holy hell! Holy shit! Did you feel it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that barge is loose.
Another one's finna go in the water.
It was moving quick.
That barge is loose.
There's a man standing right there.
No, it didn't knock that bridge down. I don't know. Oh my god.
I feel like I'm about to throw up.
Look at the barge. Try to get in the barge. Hey Tyler, keep your phone and call 911. Because they have to shut this bridge down.
How are we going to get done?
Holy hell, look at that barge, what it did. Did the guy not see it? I don't know. Look, that was loose.
It's almost rubber barred, I think.
Oh my gosh, man.
I think he's let go of it.
That one hit the other side. What bridge is this? US 59.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Tyler Crawford. This is US 59.
US 59 bridge at Kerr Reservoir.
US 59 at Kerr Reservoir. We just seen a barge hit the bridge pillar.
And barges are loose.
Barges are loose in the river right now. No, it doesn't look like any injuries or anything, but he hit the bridge piling very hard.
I mean, it bent the barge.
It bent the barge. The barge is kicked free from the actual barge.
See. So that's 1, 2, 3, 3 and 4 incidents, man, within 7 days. Okay, and you mean to tell me this is a coincidence, right? So no. Then it says here, if you're watching closely, these bridge incidents are starting to feel a lot like recent wave of train derailments in those food manufacturing plants that were catching fire all over the place. They was burning them shits down 3 times a day. 3 times a day, I think, since 2021, 2022. And they probably still burning them down, but they're not reporting on it because, I mean, why should they? You know, as long as people ain't watching the news, they don't know what the hell is going on. You know, and the news only tells you what they want you to hear. But it says the derailments of those food manufacturing plants were catching fire all over the place. It was like someone decided to have a massive barbecue and forgot to invite us. Okay, look, it says, remember when all food processing plants mysteriously were exploding and catching on fire one after another? It says it would be interesting to keep an eye on the United States' main infrastructure across the country the next several months. Okay, train derailment, supply chain crisis, planes falling apart in the sky, ships crashing into bridges. I don't know the cause of this latest catastrophe, but the overall picture is quite bleak, right? Because people are starting to know it's like, wait a minute, this ain't right, you know, but you're going to have simpletons out there that still ain't going to see, you know, they still ain't going to get it. You know what? And I'm going to say this too. What the hell are you other Israelite camps are not talking about this? Okay, why is the men of Great Millstone the only ones that's speaking on these prophetic events? Because it seems like we the only ones that want to get up out of here while everybody else is promoting they bullshit ass Passovers, man, like they're important. Like this stupid nigga Nate, like he gonna run out of the goddamn hangar and he's running like he's going like he's going to line the scrimmage or something, man. And everybody's praising this, man. You Israelites, man, the Lord is gonna rip you niggas apart, man. Okay, and you hear nothing but a bunch of dumb hoes cheering on this nigga Nate. Here you bitches got niggas in that camp, but yeah, you hoes are cheering on for this creep show looking nigga, man. You know, the Lord's gonna destroy that piece of shit. I don't think Nate is a man of the Lord, and if he is, the Most High is gonna do something real bad to him. But but 95% of his congregation, the Lord just gonna put every last one of you to death, right along with your fucking kids, man. All right, because y'all keep playing with the Lord like he's a joke, cheering this nigga. He ain't done nothing for the Most High. cheering and getting and frolicking over this guy, man. Here you hoes got men in that congregation. And you simple ass niggas in that congregation, you dumb enough to have your woman in there lusting after another man. But you call yourselves righteous men, or we keep the law. The law tells you a woman ain't supposed to be among men. Tell her to learn in silence, man, at home. Keep her mouth shut. But it says something's off. There's no doubt about it. Now, we're not here to spread baseless claims, but trusting what you see and hear yourself has been strong points. Think about it. Folks have been more skeptical of the experts doing the whole you-know-what mess, and we might have come out of the other side in much better shape. Well, this is all the plan of the Lord, man. Okay? It says Democrats are enemies. They both are. Can't you see it yet? Outside of Republicans do nothing to stop the madness. They still want to fund the Ukraine war while World War III is about to happen. Well, let World War III come quicker. Okay? Because honestly speaking, all you people are going to get destroyed. And people, you serve no purpose. I mean, the Lord is, this place is through. Okay? It's served its purpose. How about Shemai Shai is getting ready to take this place out, man? And anybody that wants to stay here, hey, be our guest. Okay, we waiting on our spaceship, like that nigga Kanye West said. All right, so this is Micah 2 and 1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity. Woe is destruction, okay? It says, and work evil upon their beds. And when the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands, okay? The elites have the power to control these things because they are the powers to be. And like we said earlier, this is nothing more but the elites getting the new world order off the ground. So in order for them to get the new world order, they have to break this old world down, okay? Meaning they have to do a controlled demolition, or they have to cause a lot of crisis because they're behind an 8-ball when it comes to this digital infrastructure. So all these particular events, and they're going to start to ramp up more as we get towards this selection, not election, but this selection. As we get towards this selection, you're going to start to see more shit like this happening, weird things. You know, they're already saying planes are falling out of the sky. Blackouts, and you're going to have blackouts in neighborhoods for days at a time. You know, all types of shit, random shootings, buildings probably catching on fire, man. Downtowns being sabotaged to the point, hey, they may donate a pocket nuke in one of these cities, man, and blame it on our Iranians to be justified on invading Iran, man, which is going to get them to lock horns with Russia. So this thing could go many ways, all right? And it says here, in their beds when the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hands, right? So they have the power to do these things because, you know, the scripture said that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. All right, so let's go from here to the book of Psalms 52, and let's start at verses 2. Matter of fact, let's start at 1. It says, why boastest thou thyself in mischief, O mighty men? Okay, and what we're seeing happening on the earth, this is nothing but mischief. Okay, grievousness, wickedness, evil. It's all design. It's all about design. You know, and I'm getting to the point. I'm waiting for Yahweh Shemai Shai to start showing the supernatural plagues when these things can't be traced to men doing it. Because now everything from the weather to the earthquake, everything is being done through fucking Esau because the Lord is allowing it to happen. But it's going to get real spooky when his hand is not in it, when the Lord start fucking shit up, man. You know, see, that's the difference in the ancient world. The Lord just outright supernaturally did things, and then he used those other nations to do things too. You know what I'm saying? Like in Egypt, I won't be surprised if a lot of the shit that went down in Egypt was man-made or human error, so to speak, as they like to say. But most of it but it's still supernatural, okay? Because everything that's done in this third dimension comes from the fourth dimension, the spirit world, okay? But it's gonna come a time that the Lord is gonna start doing things like these solar eclipses. Hey, Esau ain't gonna be able to detect them because the Lord may just say, you know what, I'm gonna just cause the sun to turn into, you know, or I may cause the moon to turn into blood one night, just out the blue. Okay, like this demon claims that, oh, well, we're not gonna have another event like this for 2 decades, so to speak. All right, but you say that, but then we'll fuck around and have a solar eclipse next year because the Lord is intervening, man. But it says, O mighty man, the goodness of Yahweh endure continually. But it reads, thy tongue devises mischiefs, like a sharp razor working deceitfully. Right, man. Okay. It says, thou lovest evil more than good, and lying whether did to speak righteousness. And thou lovest all divine words, O thou deceitful tongue. So the power shall likewise destroy thee forever, and he should take thee away and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place and root thee out of the land of the living, man. Okay. Because you're not going to have it our land anymore. Okay, you're not going to be among the Israelites to throw us into a pit or to afflict us, you know. And it reads, and it says, and the righteous also shall see and fear and shall laugh at him. Okay, because we laughing at your ass now because we know that your time is short. And this is why you coming down with great wrath, because you know that your time is short. So you trying to literally break down your society to build up the new one, which you only got literally 5 seconds on the shot clock to do this shit. Okay, and the Lord gonna throw that shit. All right, Psalm 64, and I'm gonna start at 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter, and they commune of laying snares privately, and they say, who shall see them? Right, because these stupid people, you can tell them about whether the elites or the Illuminati or the Rothschilds and all these people are behind it, but at the end of the day, they would never believe it because MSNBC didn't say it, or Channel 5 News didn't say it, or this blockhead pedophile Joe Biden didn't mention it, so they would never believe it. Oh, well, Biden didn't say that. Well, who gives a damn what Biden say? Okay, at this point, he's not even credible, you know, but you stupid niggas still went in there and voted for him. And you know Jake could vote for him again, especially the black woman. The only thing you got to do is promise an extra $100 in child support and a harem of momos, then, you know, he'll easily win the black fucking vote. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to sell a nigga. You can buy a nigga cheap, you know, 50 cents off Fruit Loops and fruit snacks, man. You know what I'm saying? And $20 off Hennessy. You need to give your ass a $5 fucking movie ticket card to Fandango somewhere. You're going to buy it, man. Oh, it's get bite. He loves black people now. And this nigga took everything from you. All because he gave your ass $15 off a bottle of Hennessy. Now all of a sudden you clowns out there, you were like, oh, man, that's my president. Like you had niggas crying when this monkey got in office 4 years ago. They thought he was going to do it. If anything, he did exactly what Obama did. Nothing. You know, I remember when Obama won back in 2008, the city of Chicago was like literally, it was like literally like fucking a civil war out there because there was so many Jakes. You know, I think I was going to my chick house at the time on the other, it was on a different side of the city, and I was driving, man. I mean, it was so crazy. Everybody honking horns, and, you know, they had the roads barricaded, all because this monkey boy won, not knowing that he was getting ready to destroy your lives, man. So it's the same thing here. So Jake gonna continue to trust in oppression until oppression trust in them. And it says here, and they search out iniquities and they accomplish a diligent search in both inward thought of every one of them. And the heart is deep. The mind, they have think tanks, man. You know, they have people that sit around and they come up with these plans and they script these things out and they play it out because Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai is the ultimate one in control. You see? So this is the book of Revelation 6. And I'm going to start at verses 3. It says, and when he had opened the second seal, and I heard the second beast say, come and see. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. And right now, the earth is in chaos, man. Infighting, you got wars. You had a situation a few days ago, I believe, that like Iranian missiles hit like some type of Israeli base or some shit. Something like that happened in the Middle East. Can't recall. I was reading a little bit on it, but it was so much happening over there in the Middle East to the point that they're practically at war. Okay, they're practically at World War III. You know, it's just a matter of time before the nukes get shut off, which the MOTB has to come to pass first, of course. But, you know, you get the point. The tensions are there. I mean, the war is pretty much started. And it will carry over to this side of the world because missiles will be shot. Right. And it reads here, and it says, come and see. And there went out another horse that was red. And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, that they should kill one another. And that was given to him a great sword. So all this global instability will lead into war, will lead to civil war. Okay, it will lead into people invading homes. And it will lead to ultimately this place of the demise of America, man. Because eventually people are going to get fed up with it, which they already are, and they're going to start to take matters into their own hands, you know. But anyway, man, I believe I made the point, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakabadash. Lord's will you were edified. Until the next lesson. Shalom.